Well, hello there. It is Friday night, and I'm Charles, and that's Ben.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not.
He's Carlton. I'm not.
How can you not be? Why wouldn't you want to be? You know,
Well, we all have aspirations in life. You know, I told Charles once, "Hey, when I grow up, I want to be you," and he says he can't do both.
That's right. It's true. True. Well, our friend Seth.
Yes, Seth Lee Customs himself.
Yeah, Seth Lee Customs. He is at a Toad the Wet Sprocket concert.
Of course he is.
Of course. And so we give him the night off.
Sure.
And we brought in our buddy Ben here. And so
Yep,
welcome
that's me.
everybody. And our theme is there a guitar that everyone should have in their arsenal?
Right. The definitive guitar. The guitar that's above all other guitars.
The one you just gotta have.
The one.
And,
no, wait, that's Highlander or something. I don't know.
Just figure it out. But you sit there, you think about it, and you can think of this a really kind of baseline level, what kind of guitar, right? Or you can get philosophical about it. And our folks in the chat have already gone in both directions. And so
Yeah, I noticed Unbelievable did not understand the term one. Or comment, multiple. And also, I just want to address here BC Rich 581. He says, Toad the Wet Sprocket, Seth built a time machine back to 1999. We know about the time machine. The Geo Metro, is that not a time machine back to 1999 right there?
How can it not be, right?
Right. Like, I'm pretty sure if you turn on the radio, it defaults to a Spice Girls song.
It probably does.
This might be a Spice Girls cassette caught in there that won't eject on out.
Won't eject and it won't stop playing.
Yeah.
It just automatically rolls over.
Yeah.
But let's see who we've got in the chat. So, surprise. Symmetry is first today.
Symmetry! No, I'm not allowed to sing. I was told.
We had a meeting.
So,
I have to go through that every other Friday. We're not doing that today.
Brother Trav?
I get a Friday off.
Well, hip hop in it then.
All right.
No.
So Trev is here, and he's got a really biased answer, so we'll come back to that later.
Let me guess. It starts with an E and ends with Explorer.
Yeah.
And you can say that because I left the E off because it still starts with an X, Explorer.
And so he's followed by Patrick Trites. Hello there.
We're working our way from west to east across Canada, apparently.
No, well, just the
Or
way
BC into Alberta. I'm just saying.
I suppose if you want to get all geographical,
We're taking care of the Northwest first.
there you go. And Ryan OU812 is in here with us.
We're going straight to the southeast now. All right, just diagonal right across the continent.
And,
What's up, Ryan?
Followed quickly by Michael Krause.
Michael Krause. I'm so tempted every time I say in the house, but like he's heard that so many times, right? What's up, Mike?
Love it. And Big Wave Dave.
What's up, Nick Dave? I almost did but them too tall. Hey, it's not it. Now it looks like you're like, easy. The crotchular area.
Oh my!
Can a fella?
Ben, this is a family show. Just
It is not a family show. I've watched this show. You try to make it a family show, Seth. Not right. All right. Who else do we have in here?
We have our buddy John DeShane.
What's up, brother John?
Hello there.
BC brethren.
And Matt from McCollum Music.
Hey, back down in Ryan's area of the world.
Mhm.
Southeast.
And the Austrians were in the house. Martin was here for a little bit, but he is apparently off to Croatia. And so he'll check us out and replay when he comes back.
He likes to vacation in Croatia. Me personally, no, not even a little. But Martin is a different kind of chap. Sure, Martin.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Write in the comment on replay because I know how you roll. What guitar did you take on vacation with you this year? And I assume you took one because they did a whole fucking thing last year on it. Him and Lucas, we like to travel with guitar. Tried to do the Austrian accent for a moment. I'm like, you know what? We're not going to go there because then I just sound like Faulty Towers when the Germans vacation there. We're not going there, Charles.
But very happy that he stopped in before he hit
Yes.
it. So appreciate that.
We love Martin. I got one of his bottle openers right here. You can tell it's got the logo. L&M Guitar Corner right there.
That's right. See?
Yeah. Well, we got a Mexican Coke here. Must be hanging out with Charles. Special occasion. Anywho's, who else we got in here, Charles?
Well, we got Vox Guitar Rocks.
Vox Guitar Rock. He's probably thinking of Vox, whatever the hell those things are called. Vox. It's like teardrop guitar.
His answer will surprise you.
It's not a Vox guitar.
No, it's not a Vox.
What?
And then Paul McNary with no indication of cattage.
Oh. Solo. Bachelorette tonight. I don't know. Not that he's married to any of the cats per se, but
Paul was just saying
what's up,
hello
Paul?
to everybody.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
Yep.
Yep, Mexican Coca-Cola, Chris. Speaking of, we got Chris in the chat. It's unfucking believable to you people that don't know any better. That's
Hello
Chris
there,
with an
Chris.
H.
How you doing? Yeah, Cushman NYC is in the chat.
What's up, Kush?
We got Dastardly Dave.
Right on, Dastardly Dave, Ohio man, I believe.
And this unfucking believable guy. I don't know. Everywhere I go. I don't know. Let's see.
I saw a thing about his area of the wood, random thing about all these people that are going missing in the Phoenix area. I think they're just bursting into flames and turning into ash, and then the ash blows away in the trees. That's my idea.
Or they're melting into the sidewalks.
They've incinerated themselves. Yeah. Accidentally leaned against a black car. Park them in the shade because, if we've learned from music right and we have black cars look better in the shade. Was that Gino Vanilli? Gino Vanilli.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Another Frenchman with an Italian name. Must be from Montreal. Yep. That's how you can tell, Charles.
Is that how you can tell?
Yeah. If they're French with an Italian name, they're from Montreal. Mario Lemieux to you hockey fans. Anyways.
And Hip Metalworks has made his way in. Hello.
Hip? I was thinking of Hip the other day. I was watching, was it Max Cavalera is back with his new solo band, and the other guitar player in the band was playing Jackson Kelly.
Ah.
Yep.
Very nice.
It's not immediately. Every time I say
581.
It's not BC Rich. How's Maryland? Hot and muggy. Yeah, I bet.
Let's see. Yeah.
I think you got everybody.
I think so.
Oh, there's Wayne McConnell.
Wayne McConnell. Hello there.
From Kelowna, BC. Well, Hobo Roadie, who's not.
Roadie, yep, made his way in. Blue Mox.
He left Blue Mox everywhere, Charles.
He always gets in trouble at home for that.
Yeah. Quit dragging your feet when you walk. Jesus.
Mark's gas station.
Hey, what's up, Mark?
And Eddie Fay.
Eddie Fay.
So that catches us up with the chat, Ben. And, these people are dying for some answers here because they don't really know.
I'm seeing all kinds, and nobody has mentioned the right answer.
So, of course, takes the opening shot with Explorer. We know.
We're playing Explorer-shaped music, yes. Does cover a fair amount of territory. Not the correct answer, though.
No, not the correct answer. Okay.
No, correct answer.
We'll move on from there.
Yep.
Try again.
Love you, Trev, but that's not the right answer.
All right. So OU812 says, hey, the real answer is the guitar you will pick up and play. And for most of us, or for some of us, that's 2 or 3 or 40 different ones.
Well, some of us can go more than a week without buying a guitar. I'm just saying.
I think part of the philosophy here may be.
I think it just needs to have a trans trim on it. That's the first thing, right?
Mm-hmm. See,
Randy Cracks, our brother Randy, just wondered, hey, gents, I'm a little late. Had a couple drinks on the way. Where's Seth? I was like, easy.
I love it. Oh,
that's at a Total Wet Sprocket concert, Randy.
That's right.
So, you're stuck with me tonight. Although Randy was nice if he texted me earlier today asking, heard there's some flooding up your way. You all right? I'm like, yep, that's a couple hours away, and it happened Monday, I believe. I think. I don't know earlier in the week. I was very little affected.
So Michael Krause is trying to worm his way into our hearts here because he says
you're right. That is the correct answer. Is the Telecaster?
Yeah.
The reason being, Charles, and you say, "Hey, why not this for a car?" I'm like, easy. A fella has a bunch of flavors for a reason. But if you have to pick one, the Tele is possibly the most versatile guitar for genres of music, one. And two, it always sits well in a mix. So if you're joining a band, it fits in the mix. So, Michael Krause, as much as he loves to troll me on occasion, he's just proving his genius. Did I just call Michael Krause a genius? Holy crap, good thing I did on this channel, not mine.
Is this thing working?
I'll hear it at the Water Buffalo meeting tomorrow. By the way, Water Buffalo meeting tomorrow, folks, 1 p.m. So it's 12 Central.
12 Central, yeah.
I'm advertising this as Central. This is a middle pickup position based channel. So
okay, that
can
means
you play summer nights on a telly though? Yes.
So yeah,
really quick with the capo. That's the key. You can do all the same stuff as a trans trem as long as you don't have to go down, below the standard. But you just capo real fast, or you pay a roadie. He's which I saw it. Wait, speak of it. So you laugh. All right, I was watching a video last night. It was during the COVID. It was Paul Gilbert and this other dude. They were doing a cover of YYZ. YYZ. Canadian band. Anyways, so he's doing this one solo, which is kind of tapping, and the guy just came up and barred his finger across the fifth fret for him, and then moved it down like he was transposing like a trans trem. I'm like, who pays a guy to be a human capo? And then look at that, fast forward tonight, and there we go. So yes, yeah, you just pay a fellow to be a human capo.
There you go. That's an idea.
You know what? I would do that for Paul Gilbert. What do you do? I'm going on a tour of Paul Gilbert. Oh, man, you must be really good. You're playing the band. No, I'm just this capo.
Mark, there's additional duties to your to being his roadie.
It's great until you get the arthritis, and then you can't unless we can only play vintage tellies now. Good thing it's a telly, 7 1/4 radius with the arthritis. Right. You start at 9 1/2, but as the arthritis creeps in, you have to go for the vintage stuff.
We have to have a vintage neck because I've got the arthritis.
Hey, there's Bo. What's up, Bo?
Okay.
Bo, who is going to see Five for Fighting with people.
Oh, is he now?
Yes, we were hanging out there the other night after the show on Monday, and Sammy Bowler, a friend, alumni of my channel as well. Sammy's playing with his new band, the Pharaohs, opening up the show. And so Bo, he went hardcore. He's like, "Oh, done." I'm like, "Oh, so you snagged, ticket for you and your daughter?" He goes, "No, I bought 8." I'm like, "All right, hardcore."
He went full send.
For sure. Sir,
For sure.
All right, well, you could be a Sir Telly.
Yeah, it could be a Sir Telly. We'll be okay with that.
We would definitely be okay with that. Definitely.
And McCall Music says a baritone. I wonder why.
I wonder why. Well, it's that or you got all those extra strings or something, but it's not the same because you don't get the length of the scale. I don't know.
Of course, Martin was getting philosophical and saying, Ryan's answer is probably the best of this question.
All right, easy, Martin. Easy. The correct answer from you is the 335, Martin. We know this.
And I'm looking at this comment here, and I'm going to put it up because I know from cheating and looking down in the chat that Paul McNary is missing Sherman.
Yeah.
So
I don't give a rat's. Easy. Where'd that come from? What the cat taking on Sherman?
And Chris Man anyway is kind of almost
he's preaching to the choir on this channel, right? He saw the thumbnail. He goes, "Oh fuck me, Coombs is on. Oh, we'll just mention a Gretchen. They'll make them both happy." Well, you're right, Kush. Even though you got a Lester Paulfus in your avatar, that's okay.
And we could have expected this answer.
Yeah, and I saw that he just put back on topic. So his first choice is the Panthera. I forgot. You gotta say it with a lift, like you're from Barcelona. Or you're what we used to say in the 90s, fruity in the pants. I don't know if that's an okay term. I always kind of like the loafers, and you know what? My gay friends thought it was fucking hilarious back in the day, Charles. So fruity in the pants. They're like, wow, that's I don't know. They're like, that's derogatory, but fucking funny as hell, and they really enjoyed it.
We're offended, but
Hey, Nova is here.
Hey,
Now it's a
of
party.
course, Unbelievable's got to throw that Parker Fly in there as well, right?
Oh, no. Well, covers a lot of ground, especially you got the pizza pickups, Paisano pickups. That's it. No, that's why I got those. The Bartolini's, those are the Paisano pickups. Italian pickups of some kind. I don't know.
I love that.
Ooh, brats and burgers just hit the grill. Blue Mock says.
Oh my. And BC Rich, easy answer, HSS Strat and some sort of trim and a set of locking tuners.
Covers a lot of ground. Not the right answer. Hey, I'm the guest. So, and Charles is not going to disagree. Look, he's got one of those Telecaster shaped objects.
There's more than one Telecaster.
Yeah, I think actually Charles owns more telly than me at this point. Yeah, that's right. Randy's getting a set of those Italian pickups.
Yeah, he's got a set that is working their way to him.
He was a drag racer, Hip says. Joe Paisano, right? Yeah.
And Hobo Roadie, a double bound, no relief, SHS.
Humbucker in the middle.
Humbucker in
the middle, according to that configuration.
Yeah. Do they do that? I haven't seen it anywhere.
Leave it to Hobo. If someone has one, it's our friend the Hobo Roadie.
Hobo Roadie's done it.
No weight relief. So it'd be a hardtail because the only weight relief in a Strat would be the route for the trim.
Mm-hmm. So it would have to be a hardtail, yeah.
Easy, Chris.
See. So Unfucking Believable says it was only 115 today. So
this is why people discombobulate and take it to fire. Yeah, no, I can't do that. I would never be dry. I would just sweat all the time. Wayne Kramer signature. Aha. Okay. There we are.
All right. Field this one.
Double neck Squire base 6. I've never seen a double neck Squire base 6. So what's the other neck? What's on the other neck? Is the other neck a bass or is it a regular 6-string? I'm curious on that one. Sup, time surfing
alien. See, we're trying to get all fancy with the alien, and yeah.
Well, I also was holding back a burp at the same time. It's not easy being me.
So Michael Krause is saying, has anyone ever made a bass 12?
Yes, Hamer.
Bass 6, but with octave strings.
Oh, bass 12. I was thinking like an actual bass that was 2 octaves, which was the Tom Peterson from Cheap Trick, right? He had 12-string basses.
Mm.
Don't even have. Hey, it's Jason. What's up, buddy?
See, Unbelievable had the same thought.
Yeah, Tom Peterson. Which I think he had like a Gretsch White Falcon looking thing almost or something.
Box Guitar Box owns a Gretsch. She's his German Shepherd.
All right. There you go. What's up, Bonkers?
Let's see. Christopher Live Sallow is here. Hello there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so trying to catch up here.
That's a story of our lives, Charles. We're always trying to catch up. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But
saw that.
We're not even going to acknowledge that.
Yeah. Hey! He's all excited.
Do you know that he throws this at me almost as much as he throws it at you?
I know. Well, partially because you refuse to spend more than $350 on a goddamn guitar. I won't even get you a case for a Murphy Lab. I know, right? Anytime. Bam. There's the pecker. I don't need the... No.
So Michael Cross was saying P90 in the middle. Was that Ron Ashton from MC5?
See, I just know Ron Ashton. The only signature Ron Ashton... did he do the gold top? Is that him as well? But I can think of... I know the Reverend Charles. He did a Flying V with 3 P90s.
Ah.
I got to play one because I walked into a bar. The guy's playing one on stage. My favorite pool hall bar. Guy I hadn't talked to him in probably 25, 30 years, this guy.
Right.
As much friend of the family as anything else. I was like, that's a cool guitar. Can I play it? He's like, sure. I'm like, cool. Because fella's never seen a flying
That's
V.
it. That had to be a pretty lightweight guitar. I mean, there's not a lot of wood to begin with, and then 3 P90s.
Right. It was black, and it had a red lightning bolt painted on it too.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because
okay. Did you say hey to Ferd, by the way?
No, I didn't. Hello, Ferd Burfel.
Grand Poobah himself's here, as well as Herb of Fireside Studio.
Well, that's where I was going next. See, so Herb says, everyone should have a Kramer Beretta. Not the special.
Pronounced in Boston, Crema Beretta. They not only did they not take, they will not pronounce the R, they'll add it to another word. Crema Beretta.
Do you want to argue this one?
No, definitely not the special.
Right. He says not the special. He says the Kramer Beretta.
It's a good answer, but it's not the right answer. Just saying.
See, and Christopher Lifestyle certainly.
He knows. He reads the room. He freaking knows. That's why I love Christopher. How'd he get into the host good books?
Exactly.
He also had an 8-string bass, which may or may not have been a hammer. Who's sending me photos? Oh, Charles Green. I think Charles Green's at that Sammy Hagar concert tonight, Charles, because he keeps sending me photos of Michael Anthony and Sammy Hagar. So either he's stalking them or he's at the concert.
I'm going to go with stalking.
I was going to say, could go either way, with his. I'm not. I was reading a different one of his.
Oh, which one? Where?
Michael Krause's latest comment.
This one?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Yep.
Changing. You can't do it. It's out there already. It's in print. It's in the chat. It's there forever.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Gear Junkie 35 has a report. His girlfriend bought.
By the way, if you want to know if Charles has good seats, focus on Sammy. Focus. You will show Sammy Hagar and you'll like it. There we go.
That's good there.
Yeah, and there's more widescreen.
But did look an awful lot like you saying, "Get off my lawn."
Yeah. Well, Sammy's not young, Charles. There you go. So, yeah. That's actually Michael Anthony, though. It's washed out. He looks bald, so you think it's Satch, but it's not.
Gear Junkie 35 is fostering a cat.
Another one, number 6.
Home, and he's kind of loving being a cat foster dad. So
here we are. My sister's cat is on the mend that I had to go to the vet with on Monday. As of yesterday, or 2 days ago, responding quite well.
So Randy may be starting his musical journey tonight.
Yeah, I'm like, his suggestions for what? Well, I've only read guitar suggestions so far. So I don't know. Maybe he's picking albums where they used these guitars on the albums. I don't know. I will never recommend a Doors album, though, for listening pleasure. That's listening torture. Mark Taft just unsub both of our channels.
He did, but this is why Mark.
Fuck you, Charles, for having him on. Sorry, Mark.
Well, Mark, when they show you who they are, believe them.
Mark loves it. I'm surprised Mark hasn't found a band that he hates that I love and does the same thing.
And Trev says it looks like Charles Green was pretty close to center stage, so
this is poor folks behind him. Yeah.
You feel sorry for the guys behind him because
Chuck Berry ain't exactly 5'2".
No, not exactly.
Right. Matt says he sold his Dane Electro for a 30-inch Gretsch. Best move you ever made in your life, Matt.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah.
I never had so many
Gretsch. To take the Dana away for the Gretsch.
I was seriously considering looking at a Gretsch that was $2,000 the other day. I was like, yeah.
Jason's asking if there's any computer builders in the crowd. Yes, but you have to figure out which ones.
Terry Fugees is not in the chat today, but he would be one that he would be one.
What's up, class man? Working and twerking. I did not need that mental image.
No, he didn't really say that.
Yeah, I was just picturing him twerking his ass at a blast furnace. Very weird.
Oh my. No, with William, he probably is. He's kind of a crazy fun loving guy.
You need the oomph music for that shit. Truth, Trev.
Yep. So I got nothing.
Oh, he is too. Thanks, William. Yeah. So good night, vote. No, we did roll call. We gave away the correct answer, and now we're done. There we go.
I know what they could do. They could change our minds.
Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna sit there in the park now with the table set up. Change my mind. Telecaster is the only guitar you need. Change my mind.
Look, see, yeah.
Ooh, nice, man.
Things are coming everywhere.
Ooh.
I don't know. That long horn on the ice band, it just doesn't do it for me. No.
Yeah. Well, if we're gonna choose an acoustic, folks, it's gonna be a Martin D28.
Mm-hmm. And that was remember early on in the chat where you were talking about you were saying, okay, Vox Guitar Rocks. He was saying a high value acoustic.
Mm-hmm. One pedal to have in the arsenal. Oh. For me, it's the LPD Dutch. Because it can hit any amp well. Some pedals don't like certain amps.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can plug into pretty much anything and just use that for dirt and get a tone I like.
Or you could go with the Dutch squared.
If you're fancy.
Just say it's a possibility.
Okay, yeah, Patrick, you might have changed my mind. Tuner pedal. Yeah.
What?
I said the same thing.
There you go.
No, BC, not the Strobo tuner. I was going to ignore that, but you are. Texans are so violent, I guess. I don't know. Even though it's the Canadians that do it.
That's true. Eddie Fay was with the Tube Screamer.
Tube Screamer is a popular one. Rat is another popular one. Keeley Comp. What? I was expecting some like Laney in a box or something from Matt, for high gain for his doomy stuff. But no, Keeley compressor. No.
So, Ferd says Telestrat LPSG 335 haven't made anything.
Yeah, you missed the point of you choose one, Ferd. That's what do you miss? The point.
Herb says he bought an ice band because of Paul Stanley. It's eye candy he uses in the video. So,
well, I will let you know. You have your choice of buying a PS10 or an ice band from the Ibanez company, Charles. The only difference is if you buy a PS10, Paul Stanley gets a piece of it. If you buy an ice band, that's what they just renamed the Paul Stanley guitar when he went to Washburn, so they could sell Paul Stanley guitars without paying Paul Stanley. You know who doesn't like that? Paul Stanley.
He gets angry.
Well, he's been in a band with Mean Gene for 50 years, so a fella likes to keep an eye on his royalties. I guess. Crybaby? I don't know.
All right, how do you feel about the clone then?
Depends on the clone.
Mm-hmm.
Some are good, and some are, well, we just won't talk about it.
This is why I love Bo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's like the first year of the custom, too.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, well, you know what makes a tele even better? Binding.
Double binding.
Yeah.
Was it, 66 they did the double bound?
60, apparently, according to Bo.
Maybe it was, yeah.
Although, Bo is, our friend that was forever looking for the 1 year of Firebird. He's like, I'm having a hard time. I'm like, yeah, because he made 5. That was the prototype year. Fucking Bukovac, I think, owned 3 of them. So, no. Unless you get a whole Uncle Larry, you ain't getting a 62 Firebird or whatever it was. Although, if we get Uncle Larry on eventually,
Oh yeah, you can tell us all about it.
right? 64 Les Paul Custom. Is there a 64? I thought it was just 61, 62, 63, and then they kiboshed it and turned it into the SG by 64.
But
If so, though, that would definitely be an SG style. Just for clarity, folks, he's not a 64 with the single cut. That didn't come back till 68.
no. Why do you think it took them so long to bring that back?
That's a good question.
Because
Well,
the SG.
from what I hear over the years, every time people would contact Gibson about something, they're like, you should do this. Like, fuck you, we're Gibson, we know all. Well, I don't think you do. Because that's where your company basically ran into the ground. Hey, John, those Telly people are bloody zealots. I tell you, good guitars for sure, but geez, they go on and on about them. I know! They create whole shows and channels about it. Jesus.
Well, we only came up with the topic today just so we could talk about Tellys. For example, a 60s violin burst Telecaster with double binding, and I'm just saying.
The guitar to rule them all. Bo. Jason says, "Yeah, would love to find a beat to shit because he ain't paying for a good one." 75 all birth year acts. I hear you. Being 74, Charles. There's a certain generation of players that when it comes to their birth year axes, those of us that were born in the mid 70s, it's weak times.
Well, you try being born in 69 because
see now what I don't even honest to goodness. As soon as you said 69, I thought Paisley Telly. They came out in 69. Now it's not fabric; it's wallpaper. But it'd be nice to have a nod to the past in your collection.
It certainly would, but the problem is the cost.
Well, yeah, but at least it's a somewhat decent quality because CBS hadn't totally run the company in the ground. Like for me, a 74. You want a 74 Telly? No. 74 Strat? No, I don't. 74 Les Paul? Not so much.
That happens in just about every industry. You sit here and talk about, it happened to Gibson, right? When Norland took over. Happened to Fender, right? When CBS took over. Happened to Harley Davidson when AMC took over.
Right. Oh, yeah. So I'm seeing a few things here. What? 1 amp, Fender Twin, guitar, bass, and acoustic threes. If I had to have 1 amp, Fender Princeton. It's not loud enough to give it the drum. Mic me, Charles. Mic me. All right. Mic me. Mic me.
Mic me.
Area. Mic me. Oh, look at Herb. Why didn't you buy it? Because it was a 74 Telly and it was sucked. I know. I get it.
The Vox Guitar Vox. He picked up a 1980 Norman B70 acoustic.
Wow.
And he sold the Bird's Eye Maple.
Normans, aren't they made by Godin? I think they're part of the Godin conglomerate because they got like 4 or 5 acoustic lines.
So, some advice from John.
So you know what? 69 Woodstock Strat, right?
Yeah.
You can get the Olympic white. That's going to be a nice buttercream by now because it's from 69. It's going to have the large headstock. Yeah, 69 Strat. I can see that.
Yeah.
Hip says no 60s Explorers. Bummer. Nope. You're right. And why am I buying 71 Gibson? Well, you know what? Got 71 Telly here. That's a little weird. Yeah, Norman is a Godin brand. Because Patrick
and Michael Krause, he's like, yep, 69 here too. Way too much.
No, get yourself a 69 Dane Electro. Where are they like $400 bucks? Fuck. There you go.
Oh.
You like your Dane Electros? Get a vintage one. Oh wow, this is the same thing I own modern, but shittier. Yep.
Hobarodi said he can get a 1960 Junior. It's in the budget.
Ooh, that's like the last year of the single. Oh no, they had done the double cut by them, but not the SG double cut. Just the previous double cut.
Unbelievable. Would buy the 71 Strat though.
There we go.
And BC Rich has tried his hand with a 74 Jazz bass. It was really, really bad.
In all, like, I can't speak for 70s Gibsons as much, Charles, but my experience with 70s Fenders, which I have some, not a lot, but we'll say, I'm going to say more than probably most people in our community, you know, without sounding egotistical. It's just a thing I've always had a thing for. 50-50. Half of them, great, just as good as the 60s ones, but the other half, not so much. They were hit and miss that way. So, and then again, you say about the 50s guitars, you know, like you find a 1957 Les Paul, okay? So that's the gold top, first year humbuckers. Some beat the shit. Yeah, it's probably going to be an amazing guitar because the guy played it and loved it. But if it's like beautiful, like right off the rack, looks like it's never been played, yeah, probably because it's barely playable. It's a piece of crap.
Well, I think that's kind of the danger of vintage, right? If it was good, it's been played, it's worn out. If it's immaculate, it probably just sat in the case.
It didn't play right, you know, what have you. Ferd says, I thought I'd look for a 55 Kelly, but I think Vince Gill has all of them. Well, Vince doesn't have them. Bonamassa has the rest of them. Between the two of them, they do have them all.
They are hoarding them. They
are. Well, Vince is mostly into 53s because that's what his number one was. Vox AC30. See, I like the idea of an AC30, but I can't play through one that well.
And why is that?
It doesn't. That circuit doesn't agree with these hands. It does. It pushes frequencies out that nobody wants to hear. 66. Ooh. I don't know. 66. That's an interesting one. Because you could get into some weirdness.
There is some interesting stuff that's going on there.
Yeah. You just rub it in, hobo. Could have played a 60 Les Paul once. Fine.
And Gear Junkie's weighing in a little bit late, but he is weighing in. Shelly is the one everyone should have.
Right. Yep. Asked and answered. I like Vox says, I'd like to try a Dumble just because. Right? I told you about my experience with a Dumble, didn't I, Charles?
Yes. Is that the one that was supposedly made for Stevie Ray Vaughan?
No, that was the Soldano.
Okay.
Because that was an SLO 100, but in tweed. The one and only time I saw a Dumble in the actual fleshness was at Carter's Vintage in Nashville. Just drop that name, first of all. And because they knew Bonamassa was in town, so they pulled it out of the back to put it on display to make him buy it, which is a smart move because it usually works. And I went, hey, that's a Dumble. The guy went, yep, sure is. I'm like, can I try it? No. I went, oh, okay. So that's my experience with a Dumble. I literally got laughed at by the store employee.
That is just not right. Yep. So you should have bought it just to piss him off and then returned it the next day.
Well, I think they were asking like upwards of $100,000 for some stupid reason.
Yeah, he's pocket change. You got it.
Yeah. Now, if it's $50,000, I had that available on my credit card, which is why I almost walked out with a 57 Telly that day.
Ooh.
Well, the thing was, it was priced right. Like, I think it was worth 35, and they were asking 28, and I'm just thinking, I bet I can't go home.
No.
That was the problem. Then I'd be living in Nashville. I don't own a great guitar. Actually, I'd probably be living outside Chicago. Joliet, Illinois! So I can do a mission from God. I'll just find an old
right.
guitar.
It could have had some interesting consequences.
Yeah. By the way, I went by the Joliet State Pen there. Because we're in Joliet, and I said, Eric, can we drive by? He's like, really? Yeah, there it is. Oh, all right. That place, half the town really nice, the other half. Oof da May.
Oh, so Vox Guitar Rocks, he tried a 1960 Les Paul at the guitar show a few months ago. It was way out of his price range, but it had lots of feel.
I got to feel a 57 Strat once at a guitar show. 56? 57? Charles guy had it on a stand for like, I don't know, all the money, we'll say, right? And, and he had like, don't be grabbing on it. It's a real deal. And so I'm like, no shit. And the guy kind of smiled, and I went, I'm like, I'm sorry. And I looked at it, just eye contact, Charlie. Said, I gotta do it. And I just touched it with my fingertip just to say I touched one at that time. And he just started laughing. I'm sorry, I have to touch it. I'm like, I have to, just to say I touched one. Because I wasn't sure if I'd ever see one again. How would I know I'd be in Nashville a year later in a room full of that shit? Masonite and the organization, nice patina, I'm certain. Yeah, right. Nice thing is you can use an SOS pad to clean your guitar.
Oh, no.
Get those hard. Oh yeah, you need a place to put your drink, Charles. Just lay down the Dano, right? Those coffee rings, they'll wipe right off because it's fucking Masonite.
Yeah.
Oof, you can eat off of it.
Well, it is a tabletop.
Right?
So Wayne says a 94 Strat Ultra with ebony board, lace sensor pickups, and the TBX tone control.
See, now we've just turned into like our personal little dream guitars, right? And I like that because now we just start staging.
It's drifted,
Like, did I say hey to Gretchen Zeppelin?
Hey, Gretchen Zeppelin.
Oh, what? He's inspired, Charles.
Where?
Hey, everybody. There it is. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Charles, I found some cheetah print fabric. Fucking love it. I like. Time to put it on a $40 guitar I got. Wish me luck. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, Gretch, but there's this guy on the YouTubes that has a whole series of videos on how to do that, including animal print. Just make sure you put it on the right way.
Yeah, just make sure it's not. Make sure it's multi-directional.
Unidirectional.
Best moment in my YouTube career, right there.
I love it.
No, have fun with that, Gretch. It can be a fun process.
Well, I just remember you sent me just that outtake. This is how my night's going. Yes, that was awesome. Bo put his arsenal. Every arsenal should have one Tele, one Les Paul, one Strat, one Super Strat, one good 6-string acoustic, and 12. He's missing one item in there, Charles.
Yeah, it's probably the one he's shopping for right this moment.
No, well, no, I think you need a semi-hollow / hollow. Like you need like a 3035 or a Gretsch or 335 at the very least. You need that semi-hollow one. My mate John Holmes. That sounds like Johnny, right? Because John Holmes is
that's a whole different
kind of hobby set.
Yeah,
I think. Not that I know anything about that. No, from Strange Tenants. Oh, we got this is a face palm right there. Yep, I did that, folks.
You finished the comment, damn it. Just
all right. From Strange Tenants had a 70 Strat that was fan-fucking-tastic. Son has it now, and Johnny's playing a Mim Telly. Nice. Hey, Ronnie's here. You can tell by everyone saying hi to Ronnie.
Yep. Usually when that happens, he's here.
Right? Ronnie has to. I'm just gonna another aside because we haven't only done that 14,000 times, probably because I got the talking stick. Anywho's, Ronnie has to be the number one guy that doesn't have his name as his name, but he gets called his name. That's not his name. Right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Ferd. You know, hey, Rick! How you doing? You know, nobody's fucking calling Ferd Rick. Well, except for Ferd. Or except for Ronnie here. Fuck Ronnie. Jesus, I'm trying to make a point. And he's, hey, Rick! No, nobody does that. Well, maybe Trev. Trev gets a lot of...
I tell you, those guys that have their name like that, you know, GTR 1950.
I blame those Water Buffalo meetings, Charles. Whoever started those Water Buffalo meetings.
I don't know. That guy had an idea, though.
Yeah. We could do a Zoom hang. Really? All right, 2.5 years later. Yep. I think everyone should have 25 guitars, Randy says. Wow. I don't know what 25.
That's because he's limited to 25, right? So,
right. Randy, do you want me to, so you can clip it? Everybody should have 26 guitars. 25 is not enough. Everybody needs 26.
Well, you know, but that whole philosophy of having a set number of guitars just defies guitar buying principles, right?
We don't know what you're up to.
The formula you're up to. The formula is, you know, of figuring out how many guitars you need is, you know, how many guitars you have now plus one.
Yeah. Eddie Face says, how many mandolins? Well, all right, you need a Gibson F5 of some kind. That's that's the industry standard. But then you might want something that's a little more comfortable. So I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna try to ignore your comment, Ronnie.
Oh, this one?
Yep.
Oh my.
Shame. What do you want to do? Sound like Quentin James?
Oh, you didn't do that. Unbelievable says how many pedal steels?
1. But it's a double neck.
And then Michael Cross says there's always that bargain guitar you have to buy and then another. And then
Well, there is that. They're kind of like, finding lost dogs. Hey, Keith.
Hey, Keith, how are you doing?
Tends to keep in great shape, but I make do. All right. You know what? 10 might be around the number because I'm like you say, a Tele, a Les Paul, a Strat, 335, a Super Strat of some kind. An actual hollow body like jazz bars. Oh, well, see, I spell mine with 2 O's though, so not that anyone can tell the fucking difference. And I'm not saying that because it's a spelling error. I'm looking at you, Phil McKnight. Eddie says, "Hey, I have great news. My wife said I could have 25 guitars if you guys pay for them. All right, we're all buying them Glaries. He's stuck with 25 Glaries. Whole collection's worth $500. He's got 25.
We're gonna send all the same model.
Yeah,
the same color.
Yeah, not even maybe 2 or 3 variants. How many bases do you need?
At least one.
Just fucking one. Nobody fucking.
I've got one.
BC is like, fuck you, Coombs. I'm like, but okay, for a guitar player, we only need one because we all think we can play bass and we can't.
Mm-hmm.
Good, Randy.
So Randy's pulled off that particular Band-Aid.
BC says 14, by the way. Did Bo say posters or posers? Posters. All right.
I just want to sit here and go to
exactly a PJ. See, Michael, you're back in the good box. A PJ with a jazz pickup, which is just a PJ, But yes, or okay, maybe 2, because that, and then I like the humbucker of the Ernie Balsack basses. The Stingrays that everybody used back in the day. Okay. I like those too. Or a V&M Explorer. Yeah. You know what? In all seriousness, Charles, I may not say Explorer because I already said Les Paul because they cover a lot of ground, but a V does sound different. Like a lot. It's amazing how many guys had like V's back in the, like a Gibby V back in the day as a recorder. Like Paul Stanley, apparently. Shit ton of Kiss records are done with the Gibby V he had forever and a day.
Well, it's, the other thing I think about when I look at a real Explorer, right? When you're talking about a Gibson Explorer, you think that is a huge piece of wood there. And if people are complaining about how heavy a Les Paul can be, is there that same kind of thought there about Explorers? Are they as heavy as some of these Les Pauls?
Good Les Pauls aren't heavy.
Well, yes, but
we all can't afford good Les
Pauls.
Right. Actually, Explorers are much lighter than they appear for whatever reason. And I think part of the weight with Les Paul, Charles, is not only that mahogany, it's that maple cap. Because maple, that's a dense wood. What is that? There's Oxbow ears. What's up, buddy?
Hey.
What'd you guys do to Seth? We forced him to go to a Toad the Wet Sprocket concert. We're going go to his concert and learn how to fucking sing before you come back and do roll call. Oh my god, I just said that. He's gonna watch the replay and unfriend me now. Want his guitar back. I gotta pay for shipping. Oh, sorry, Seth.
I'm gonna be quiet for a while. I'm working on my cover story.
We love and miss you. Honest. Oh man. That's what happens when I smoke a full joint on your show. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, live and learn. Not so much. It was the good stuff too. Trev's just dying laughing right now.
He is. Yes. So Guitar Man 45 says, how do you know if they are jazz pickups?
I know. If there's no highs or mids, it's all woolly and bassy, then it's a jazz pickup. It sounds like a neck pickup with the tone rolled all the way off. Michael Cross says, I think he's advertising. He's in cahoots with the local chiropractor.
You think?
Yes. No. That's one of the reasons I sold mine back in the day. I couldn't play it more than 10 minutes standing up. We do 2 renditions of Sweet Child of Mine, and I have to take a break or switch to my Strat. Yeah, Sweet Child of Mine was one of the 3 songs we knew, Charles. It was Sweet Child of Mine, BTO's Taking Care of Business, and Led Zeppelin's Rock and Roll. That's it.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, 3 months we played those 3 songs.
Ronnie, we honestly don't know anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hip thinks his weighs about 10 pounds. I haven't weighed mine either. You need to work out and lift weights, Eddie says. I was 118 pounds in high school. I was 5'10" and had a 26-inch waist. I was literally skin and bones.
Guitar Man 45 says the weight doesn't bother him at all.
Well, it's going to bother you when you start playing standing up again, Bo. I know you've been putting in the laps, but are you doing it all sitting down? You got to stand up. Watch. Charles, as soon as he does that, no more fucking Explorer. He's going to be playing all those beautiful light, thin carvings he's got.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, yeah, now I remember why I bought these. Right, because your back was fucked from the Les Paul you had back in the day.
So Paul McNary says, on Fender jazz pickups, there are 2 on a jazz bass. And they look like the same. They look the same, but the next are slightly different in size.
Yeah. Yep. Trev wants to let us know he's up to 160 now. All right.
And Graphite says that he thinks his Ibanez RG is around 5.8.
Yeah, the neck weighs nothing, right? Because it's wafer thin, so it doesn't weigh anything. 1984 was on a V. Yep. Was.
Oh, Bo's he's getting lippy.
Crowd with the crowd.
And Eddie Fay is reporting. There's Paul.
Jet Sherlock.
It's like they're comparing in the chat now. Paul says he was 5 foot even, 90 pounds when he started high school. Yeah. So Eddie Fay had to get involved and say, 26-inch waist, 118 pounds.
Right. And by the end of high school, add 2 more inches, Eddie, and 10 pounds. I was about 128 and 6 foot. That at times, if based off lifestyle choices, a couple times I got that back down into the teens at 6 feet tall. You know what that? They go, oh, I like a washboard stomach. I had a washboard chest because you can see my fucking ribs. Oof, yeah. Sweet. It's good to know, Trev. I expect to hear it soon.
Yeah,
some point in time.
Should be good.
Maybe possibly after the show tonight. What? Anywho's.
And BC Rich goes back to talking about those Jazzmaster pickups. He says, they're slightly different size, yeah, but a bit different in outputs.
Says the guy with jazz basses in his avatar. So I believe him.
Yeah,
I had to double check before I made the statement. I already put my foot in my mouth enough tonight.
So everyone is excited about Trev having his RG all set up and ready to go.
RG. Yep. I can't play them that long. I need some more girth to the neck.
I don't know what to do with this.
All right. He's like, I heard that.
Yeah, he did. He finds harmonicas are no effort on the SG.
Right.
Oh, harmonics. Excuse me. I went right to harmonica.
She's an harmonica as a slide, perhaps.
I don't know. I'm like, what's he talking about here? And then, rewritten.
Yeah. Matt's giving the devil's horns about RG family because that's what one does. Because those who play RGs also flash devil's horns.
They do.
It's in the contract.
And some of them have, Skeleton, the Grim Reaper in their, avatar.
Well, Matt's a dark character. He plays in tunings that are sub-octave that like whales enjoy. I don't know.
All right, Ronnie. Settle down.
Oof. Do people that buy tubas complain about weight, or do they all weigh the same? I don't know.
Oh, here we go. So it's like, yeah. Where's Ryan Hall? Yeah.
He's with Mom. He commented on
Ryan Hall.
He was the first person to comment on my video today. And it was, this and that and stuff and things and like chaos. It's just chaos.
And BC Rich says, weirdly enough, fault harmonics are a lot easier to get on a P bass than on a jazz bass or a Stingray.
Do that playing with a pick. Any competent bass player doesn't play with a pick, Charles. I'm just saying.
A fabric top tuba. No. Just no.
I don't know, because part of it is the horn has to resonate, right, for the sound to get out. Even though it just sounds like someone farting anyway. But I don't know. I'd like to hear a tuba with a mute because it would, that's all you get.
All right, William De Silva is reporting that his newest guitar is an RG550 purple neon. Nice.
And he's doing voice to text. You can tell because even his for life hashtag.
Yep.
Because he's working, so he's doing the. I like that purple neon. You know what? If I'm getting one, it's got to be a neon of something.
I think this was included just for you.
All right. See you, Randy. Moving pictures I like. Dan third. Oh, that's
Steely Dan for sure.
Yeah, I you might want to do the Steely Dan first, and then Rush, and then ease into the Doors because it's less complicated by the end of the night. You, Randy.
So
right.
John weighed several of his guitars. So
I love the fact he did it all in metric like a man.
Of course. He's got several strats ranging from 3.1 to 3.6 kilograms. And a heavy classic vibe telly at 3.8.
That's pushing it a bit. I've felt heavier.
And his artist T-Style TC59 is a whopping.
That is fucking. That was expensive. That's heavy.
That's heavy.
That's 10 plus pounds.
So And Matt says the only RG he has left is Iron Label.
See, with Northern Lights burst, which that should be a green burst, Charles. I'm just saying, if you smoked weed in the 90s in Canada, you smoked Northern Lights. Is that a Christmas tree?
Isn't a fabric top tuba like farting with carpet on? Muffled is the idea.
That's why it's the mute. It sounds like you're sneaking it out, right? On a fucking wooden chair. Apparently Brent's looking for pedals ideas. I don't know. If you can find one, a diamond compressor. Well, they reissued them. I don't know if the new ones are as good as the old ones, but they kick ass. They're really nice.
So, and Unbelievable's helped out. He says, chorus, flanger, reverb. What are you thinking here?
He always likes to spend other people's money.
Yeah. Well, it is 9:00.
For someone who had nothing, we had an hour. I'm just reading Bo's daughter's making a video for the band's introduction already. It's got freaking lasers in it. I don't know.
Lasers? You think they got lasers?
No, you know what she's going to burn the fuck out of it. It's going to be like those slideshows they do at the weddings, right? I don't know. I don't know. I want to know, Bo, did you rope your brother into coming out of retirement to play in the band?
Yeah. Well, Octopus here is wording back. He's thinking either a flanger or a delay.
All right. If you're going to get a flanger, get the Ibanez Jet Flanger. They're really good.
And Octopus is unbelievable saying, take a look at the Keeley Caverns.
Sure, I guess.
You're excited by that, are you?
No, not at all. I'm just reading Trev's. Keep it goping. Easy there. Already was. Well, geez, I got to catch up to Trev at this point. All right. Silva's still here. We're going to get some integrity into this live stream.
Vox Guitar Vox is anything but a looper. I hate hearing my
Oh, yeah.
over and over and over and over.
Charles, how many people do we have watching?
29.
29 people watching. Verd, so when you click on the link for the Buffalo meeting tomorrow, if you don't have Zoom installed, it's good. Hey, install some Zoom. Don't. Just click away, and that'll go away. And then you can click along the bottom. It'll say use your browser instead.
That's right.
Just do that. That's the workaround. Now, because I know we're dealing with guitar players here. And Charles knows this too. So we got fucking diagrams with big red circles for you guys to ignore.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Like reading the manual, Charles. They're not even going to look at the photo.
Oh, that is the shame of it. Zoom in its infinite wisdom wants everyone to get on their platform and download. So they have changed it so where you can't change the settings anymore. But we did find a setting that we could change to where, okay, when it tells you if you want to open the Zoom app, that you can tell it, you can click cancel and tell it no. And then like Ben was saying, go down to the bottom and click enter with the browser. And that'll keep everybody from having to sign back in. This is supposed to be easy, and I hate it when they screw stuff up like that.
Yeah, because we know we're dealing with fellow guitar players. We got to keep it fucking easy. Also, Chris says Keeley Caverns may be a point of conversation with Water Buffalo meter. Now, if I have access to the mute button on you.
Yeah. And
had to do it.
yeah, and so that is.
Oh, dang it! I had one left in this pack.
So
oh well.
Remember on that is 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, and if you're really hip, it's 12
noon in the middle pickup position. And if you're in the out of phase, 11 a.m.
Oh, I like
that. Mountain Time's the out of phase position.
Yeah.
Yeah. We came up. I think you left that one. You weren't involved in that meeting, Charles. That's
no,
right.
I don't. I was
not. Charles, you gotta have a life. You can't hang out with these. Oh, how did Becca refer to us? Older odd fellows or something?
Yeah, Odd Fellows.
Yeah.
Because that made me think of the Odd Fellows organization back in the 50s and 60s.
I think my uncle was an odd fellow. Well, I know he was an odd fellow, but Doug's dad.
Patrick says he's out of phase.
You are out of phase, Patrick. And that's why we love you. Old weirdos. Yeah. Yep, that too. I don't know if I have anything exclusive to talk about tomorrow. Well, I've done enough ranting tonight. Might have a few left over for tomorrow. We'll see. It all depends. Chris can just poke the bear. He knows how to do it. He knows right.
There you go.
Push.
Yep, so, the Order of the Odd Fellows hip.
Yep. I think there was also something about our age involved, though, too. It's like older odd fellows or...
Yeah, it was definitely old odd fellows, yeah.
Trev says, who are you calling old? Your daughter called us old. I didn't feel too bad because, I'm younger than most.
Ronnie says we could go over the features on this tuner. Oh, I love this. We got to. This is the last comment I'm even showing because it's where it's got to end.
All right.
Vox Guitar X. I thought a phaser was something you saw on Star Trek.
No, that's something you see on every single pedal board I've ever built.
Figured that would annoy you some. All right, folks. Well, thank you very much for being here with us tonight. Ben, thank you very much for being a
co-host. Always a pleasure. I got you to giggle at least 17 times. My work is done. And you know what? This is what Charles is such a guy. He's like, how do I keep Ben from trolling me in the chat for once? Well, you just have me on.
That's right.
And I don't think I really threw you under the bus at all.
No,
Right.
no. Matter of fact,
That, however,
no
is not
tire
the
track.
right-
I've got no tire.
That's like rocking out. He's like, woo, he's got his lighter out. And he's like, also, bam! He's like, where'd that bus come from? And then he's enjoying later, with whatever the fucking song that was famous by Toad the Red Sprocket. I don't know. I know of them. And bam! Got hit by another bus. And then the band, the band probably isn't even on stage yet. Seth could have done the show tonight because it's only 7 p.m. on the West Coast. What are they, fucking seniors and they're in bed by 7? Well, you missed it, Ronnie, briefly.
You did miss the audition tape.
Charles controls the mute, and that's it. That's all you would have had.
All right,
Walk on the ocean. Wasn't that a Talking Head song? There's water at the bottom of the ocean. That's the line. There's water at the bottom of the ocean. Wearing a big suit and stuff. Water at the bottom of the sea.
Have a good evening, everybody.
Come on, people. Charles and me. About to take you on guitar safari. So turn on your computer, turn on your phone. 'Cause it's about to go down. One volume, one tone. Yeah, Charles and me. We're about to take you on guitar safari. So turn on your computer and turn on your phone. 'Cause it's about to go down.